Hello. My mic working? Hopefully it is. Welcome. Yay! I'm so glad. Ooh. After that fiasco for the last one, I'm like, oh god. But hey, this one's working. Welcome to stream. I mean, I think it's still gonna be kind of scuffed, to be honest. I think like this mic being here is not gonna be great, but it is what it is. Here we are. This is what we're gonna make do with, I guess. Or I guess I could try to move the mic. Anyway, this is my keyboard crafting area setup. This is a child's IKEA desk that I was using as a coffee table. And it has like the legs that you can like extend it as your kid grows, and so using that for this table. It fits like perfectly right here, and yeah. I worked on my first soldered board, and pretty proud of it. I think I did all right. Um, I got the like tent shapes and stuff. I think the only issues really that I had was being a little too conservative with the solder, and but that's better than too much solder. Um, and yeah, I'm building a Tofu96 today. They are with Boba U4T switches, but they are swapped with 65-gram Gazzew springs instead of the normal that are in there. I just realized that I should test this PCB to see if it just still work. That is what I do. Put my headphones on for this one. Yeah, soldering was not as bad as I thought it would be. I was pretty nervous about it, but yeah, I can see how like pretty relaxing and stuff for folks. All right, it made noise. Ding. Thanks, I appreciate it. I was pretty nervous. Because yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking. Let's I put the oh shoot. Um well, I think it's working, so bear with me. Am I gonna show the board on cam? What do you mean? Oh no, I'm not gonna do that because I mean, No. It takes so long to like swap stuff. Probably will not do that. But my crazy self did buy I did buy another camera, so maybe in the future I will do that. Okay. This okay. Make sure this keyboard works. Hey Momo, how's it going? I wanted to ask you if you still wanted to play Destiny on Monday. Oh, thanks for doing the shout out. My gosh, if everything is working, that means that my soldering job is not completely terrible and it works. Success! It works! Hooray! Wait. All of the buttons work! Huzzah! We have a keyboard. Great. Work on. Now I'm just gonna work on putting it together. Okay. Like super zoomed in on the like I popped out the chat and like super zoomed in. Okay. I'm gonna do the O-ring mounting, the standoffs. Also, this is the lazy angle because I really didn't want to have to move everything around. Yeah, there's space down here. This is like the cat chair. Yeah, so this is what we're doing. Done. Do. Interesting that this one doesn't come with the standoff covers like the Tofu. Oh, no problem. Hope you're having fun playing Pokemon. Here's Winston to say hi. Don't try to message me on Discord. You got banned again? A different one? How come you keep getting banned? First time getting banned on Discord? Man. But you're getting banned on like all different things. Like, is it, do you have like an enemy? Hi, Jiraiya, how's it going? I wanted to use those standoff covers. Hey, Multimoo, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Ah, that sucks. Sucks a lot. It's not Nomad. Real, it's not Nomad. Oh my god! Oh my god! Thank you so much for the raid! Patty, that was so nice of you! Oh my god! This is so insane! This is really intense. I'm getting red in the face. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Like so red in the face. Normally I'm in casual stream casually gaming and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, all the raid messages are like getting cut off on the chat, but oh my gosh, hi everybody. Let's make it to 300, thank you. Yeah, so I just got started into the keyboard hobby. And this is a second board that I'm building, and yeah, thank you, PP King. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, this is my second board I'm building. This is the first one that I soldered. Really appreciate Patty. Oh, it's not PP King. Oh, sorry. But I I really appreciate all the help from everybody in Patty's stream, because I tested the PCB and all the switches and they all work, and so I'm just completing this board right now. Oh, type of plate. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I am definitely in this hobby now. I definitely got a lot of um I'm like trying to get more switches, try which ones I like and all of that. So the collection is gonna be growing. Yeah, this is my first solder build. So my first build was a Tofu95. It was a hot swap one, and I had built that one. It was a brass plate with the foam in it and um stock alpaca V2 switches. Recently I tried swapping it out to the stock Aqua King Everglide Aqua King switches, and um but because I really wanted to use the cherry sand tea um you think, oh, that like welcome to the channel thing is like a new thing on Twitch where like you can introduce yourself, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, for the first one, that was, I think that was what I was trying to do on that unboxing to try out those apps, and then I ran into issues. So I think on Wednesday I'm gonna try fixing that by swapping out the stabilizers because I think that's what's causing the sluggishness. Anyway, so sorry. So today is my second keyboard build. It is my first solder build. It is a Tofu96. It has a brass plate. I had to. They don't have the like plate foam stuff. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for the gift. The tier 1 gifts. So nice. Oh, I'm not used to having so much happen on my stream. So, but thank you so much. That was really nice of you. The Sinvec, I really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure I'm missing like all sorts of stuff happening, but thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Oh, okay. Finishing this is gonna be Tofu96 brass plate, and it's Boba U4Ts, but these springs are swapped to the um, Gazzew 65 gram springs. Thank you so much, Rose. Have a really great night. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Viridescent has been with me since for a very long time. My stream schedule. So Mondays and Tuesdays I'm planning on is like they're gaming ones. Wednesday I'm gonna be planning to do more keyboard stuff. And then I also play video games on Saturday, and then on Sundays I'm actually on a different stream called _fun, and I'm playing D&D. If you like D&D, I'm playing as a Warforged which is like a robot cleric. So definitely check out _fun. Cause yeah. Uh and yeah, I was gonna do this. I was gonna complete this, and then I was actually gonna run like 2 marbles games. I'm gonna give away like a $30 gift card to whatever gaming thing, like Steam, PlayStation Network, or whatever that you prefer. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I Dollyuni. I don't know how to pronounce that. Please correct me. Um, I think the other thing I was gonna give away are. I think I'll give away. Okay, so I ordered way too many Zaku switches. They haven't been shipped or anything yet, but I guess to celebrate, I will give away a set of Zaku switches. If that's a good, especially because there's no uh they're out of stock right now. Um Yeah, people like Zaku's. So, yeah, those are gonna have. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I was really nervous. I was really nervous about that one. You and Patty have enough. I heard someone told me that someone bought 800 Zakus. Is there a limit to where you will send them? Who is eligible for the giveaway? You mean like shipping and stuff? Oh, both those on your song. I'm pretty sure I used your code for your affiliate code. I will cover shipping in the Con US. Or if you're international, I will split the cost of, I guess. Is that fair? I don't know. I haven't shipped anything for giveaway before. Yeah. So international shipping is kind of but yeah. Anyway. Marbles. I finished. Guys, fun and chance to win stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to celebrate people being so nice and hanging out with me and yeah, so much. It's just such a nice community. I totally didn't expect this at all. Like this is totally like a last minute like, oh, I'm making this as a gift and I just wanted to get it done and all right, we're going to do this. So, anyway, how was how was the rest of your? I guess I could watch your VOD later, Patty. But how was the rest of your team? Oh gosh, I didn't even set up a build thing. It's Tofu96. It's brass plate Boba U4Ts that have 65-gram Gazzew springs in it, and then I'm gonna try to do the. It's called the O-ring mod on this, where they put the little tiny O-rings on the standoffs. And then I'm also going to put polyfill in the bottom because they don't make foam. Did I buy the foam for this? Thought I might have. I'm glad your stream was good. Let me see if I have the. Also, this is my dog Winston. He is very old. He's really old. I adopted him from a senior dog rescue early in the pandemic, and yeah, he comes in here and he's like, "Can I have treats, please?" And then, yeah, I want polyfill in the bottom to be called pillow. I like that. That sounds way better than polyfill. Okay, I for sure don't have plate or not case foam. I don't have the case, so it will be pillow modded. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I feel like I like lose track of time. I have like no idea. I think it's. I don't know if I actually have one. I know how to edit them. Oh, I think it's slash add command and then you type in like exclamation point build, and then you type out what the build is. Oh, thanks, Keys. Master mod over there. This is still so new. What bard am I using? It's the Stream Elements one. And I heard that people are saying that I think it's slash for Stream Elements, but I heard some people were having issues with Tofu96 with brass plate, and Boba U4Ts with 65-gram Gazzew springs, and Gazzew is spelled Gazzzew. It's funny because this keyboard is actually for Nonchalant Skeleton because it's his birthday coming up within a couple of days. Oh. So this is a birthday gift and super late Christmas gift. Yay, it worked. Yeah, that works. Thank you for setting that up, and thank you everybody in chat for telling us how to do that, because this is still so new. I didn't put music in this one like I did on the other ones, because for some reason, even though I'm using like lo-fi girls music from YouTube and it says that it's like copyright free or whatever, I keep getting stuff muted on my stream, and so it'll just be dead silence while I do stuff. Hi, Halloween boards! How's it going? Welcome to this channel, or this stream, or whatever this craziness is. Oh yeah, aren't you on the like East Coast? I'm not sure. Winston. It's the usual time for you? Late night is the usual time? I think today is going to be a pretty short stream, because I didn't do any of the soldering and stuff on camera because I was really like nervous, and I felt like you know, I should pay attention to what I'm doing, considering it was like my first time. I think this is Winston seems calm. He has good energy. The only time he's not calm is if you put him in like a crate, or if you put him in the car. He doesn't like car rides, and he also really likes like other dogs. I don't know if that's TMI. Dog things. But yeah, 3-day weekend. It would be nice if he likes car rides, but I think he maybe just gets car sick a little bit or something. What are folks' plans for this It's 3-day weekend. Also, question for anybody who does polyfill, aka pillow mod, that we're gonna rename it. Is this enough? Is this too much? Do I actually need to fill in like make it one continuous thing? Because I tried to do that on my other board and it was challenging. Sleep then no sleep. Ugh. I feel like I can't get sleep. You can't get enough of it, really. I'm just gonna leave this the way it looks. No one's gonna see it. I guess you guys are seeing it. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Okay, I missed some. So Puff MTD123, thank you for the follow, and Uwu Brock and Halloween board. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping very well lately. For some reason, I keep going to bed at like 4 a.m. Like I can't sleep until 4 a.m. rolls around. But it has allowed me to watch the streams of people on the other side of the world. So that's nice, I guess. O-ring is not an O-ring. It has the stuff in the middle. I've used polyfill on tofu before. That should be good. I left it as one whole connected piece though. The thing that I had issues with when putting it as one whole connected piece, because I'm doing these like little tiny O-rings on the standoffs, they kept falling off because the polyfill would like move them around. And so I kind of did it in like small sections. Even like right now, I'm trying to put these on and like I'll accidentally hit some of the stuff and it'll like knock it off. Woo. How's it going, Eric? Thank you for letting me know your experience with this. All my experience has been YouTube videos, people's streams, reading forums and stuff. Very different to read stuff and then actually do them. Oh no, did the build thing not work? Are the rings small enough to grip the screw at all? Might be easier to put the screw through the PCB, then put the ring on the screw. You're a genius! That's some, was it big brain ideas? Okay, I will try that. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I guess the command is only set so mods can do it. We'll have to change it so that non-mods can do it. You guys are so smart! I was having so much trouble on my Tofu95. I will try to remember that on Wednesday when I try to fix the stabilizers on it. Because right now my cherry sand keycap set from Novelkeys is not liking cherry / GMK really ancient stabilizers that the Tofu95 came with. Okay. Five head. My friend Starfire Penguin, who also does keyboard stuff and has way more keyboard experience than I do. But she's my bestie. Uh, always says that I've had, but she doesn't. I don't think she does. Gotta be kind to yourself, you know. And I feel like these screws are very tiny, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh gosh, I keep missing the follower thing. Thank you, Raz and Hex and Eric for the follows. With my setup right now, I like had to zoom in a bunch on my monitors so I could see the chat. Hope y'all are having a good night. Having a nice long weekend and stuff. And I really appreciate everybody hanging out. And for Patty reading me, that was so unexpected. He's so nice. Hi, Dot Matrix. The build is going well. I soldered this board for the first time in my entire life, and it went pretty smoothly. And right now I'm just trying to put the rest of it together. And folks in chat, had such a really smart idea that I'm trying to do right now. Putting the O-rings on the screws or putting the board into the case. Because when I tried to do this with my Tofu95, I definitely was trying to maneuver stuff. It was very awkward. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, in your time away from watching games and you had some good quality time. Mostly busy. We have 6 builds. I knew that's a lot. Goodbyes. Ooh, that's exciting. I can see how that's like a lot of work. I don't. I see. What is my next? My next build is gonna be another gift board. It's the Melody 96 because both of these people really wanted full size boards, and it's very hard to find full size boards for building. And those were the only things I could find that were close. Nice, that's great. 750. The Odin looked nice, but it was not available. I was looking for them. Nye has double sized boards. I want to get my friends into boards and they all want 100% too. Oh. I was kind of thinking that when I get better and maybe invest in the soldering gun because I have two pre-built boards. I have a Ducky Mecha Mini and uh a Corsair something or other. And I thought it would be fun to like customize those ones, I guess. I'll have to check out that Austin. I looked at it briefly last night, but I didn't. Once I saw the price tag, I was like, "Oh gosh, I shouldn't look because a lot of money." I've been looking for green boards too. No, really. I don't. I think links work. I saw the Sunsetter. They did a FR4 one, and the it looks really nice. Like it looked like Jade and like the Asian. Oh dang, the links didn't work. Let me fix that. You're Sunsetter guy. Oh. Today I learned, but I saw that board and it was really pretty. The Asian in me, like, look, I'm wearing Jade. The Asian in me was like, okay, I want to get it. Let me see. How do I? Hi, Kevin. How do I allow link? You want to get one and build on stream? We can work something out. Really? I would love that. That would be so cool. I was like, oh gosh, it looks so pretty. Let's see. Chat bot. Chat commands? How do I allow links? Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Yeah, FR4 Sunsetter, it looks so pretty. It's such a nice green. Another EST degen. So nice. Give me a second while I try to allow links. I need to figure that out. Is it in Streamlabs or is it in Twitch? I want to allow links for you guys. Really, like, my brain is not working and I'm like, how do I do this? If anybody knows the settings to allow leaks. East Coast, I mean, it's the weekend, so you can totally hang out. So it's not Stream Elements, because Stream Elements, that thing is off. Well, I appreciate you guys being here, because it is late for y'all. Okay, where is it? I found it. Auto mod rule sets. Oh no. This is early? Oh gosh. Okay, links are allowed now. Or at least give it a try. It should be allowed now. Oh, it's still not? Do I have to hit save? It says block hyperlinks and I didn't do that. That's weird. I don't know how to let people post links. I'm sorry that the links aren't working. You want to let me know what it is and then I can post it? Momo found something cool when you jump, go faster and Sam doesn't go down. Ooh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to me trying to figure out how to unblock links. Oh, Back for Blood. Yes, yes. Do other folks here play Back for Blood? Good terms and phrases. Maybe. Right. I did everything that I could to allow hyperlinks. Sam filter bot. So I checked on the bot for that and the link blocking stuff is off. And I used to use Streamlabs and that one's off too. And then in Twitch's chat options, that block hyperlinks thing. Ooh, is it back? Is it working now? Did it just take some time to update? Hopefully it works. Hooray, it works! Hooray! We did it, folks. We did it. It worked. Yay! Yeah, that board is really pretty. And are you guys are out in the Bay Area too, right? I saw the like meetup thing that folks were posting and it looked really fun. I'm also in the Bay Area. I'm a Bay Area kid. Born and raised in the Bay Area. I can come visit. Everyone's in Cali, sad. Well, you're in Austin, and I really like Austin. There was like a time of before, you know, in the before times when I went to Austin every year because I would go to Austin city limits. It's so great. I loved all the local bands. I really liked going to like what was it? The Continental Club and the Continental Room or whatever that's upstairs and um all of the like two-step dancing and stuff. It was so much fun. Live music everywhere. Like oh, I missed it so much. Now that I'm like talking about it. But yeah, with all the stuff that's been going on, I've really missed traveling and that's kind of why I started gaming was because I wasn't traveling and I missed like meeting new people, having cool conversations, like yeah. I used to try to travel like somewhere every year and especially for my birthday. Two step really throws me. It's actually two steps and a shuffle, which is three, and it's usually to four for music. Big nope. You got it. I remember like going to Nashville one year, and there was like a whole thing. Hi, Soya. How's it going? Hi, Vin. Thanks for the shout outs every time I go into chat. I'm one of the Kevins, by the way. Are there a lot of Kevins? I feel like whenever lots of Vins out there can't be for sure. I know a good number of Kevins. In real life, that is. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kevin that's spelled with an A. 7, maybe? Maybe 7? I think 7. Actually, I know more than 7. There's like more that are coming to mind. And then a friend of mine, he had shared with me like, yo, where I think they were goats, and one of them was named Kevin. And they had like a Scottish or something accent, and oh no, it wasn't goat. I think it was sheep or something like that. And they were feeding that, like it was like feeding time or whatever, and Kevin like kept coming up. It wasn't a goat. It was like the owner of the herd or whatever. It was like feeding time or something. Maybe it was Australian, but I can't think. I don't know. Maybe somebody will be able to find it. It's so obscure. Man, I don't know if this will work. Isn't Kevin the name of the sheep from? Oh, maybe. Kevin is also the name of the type in the movie Up. Thank you so much. I'll respond. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you for joining the stream. Later. Gosh, this is actually working. Thanks for lurking. I'm trying to finish this as fast as I can because I just really like playing marbles. The marbles game is so fun. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. The th- and I super appreciate y'all being here and all the support. I don't think. Huh. Interesting. There are 9 standoffs, but a hole in the PCB for only 8. See. How do I get wasn't over? Why did they do this to me? My hands are shaking. Thanks for lurking, Guapa. And thank you so much for being the one of the followers that helped me get to 200. For all the people who had followed to get me to 200, I was like, oh my gosh, people are so nice. I feel very fortunate for all the nice people I've met in the keyboard and even in the gaming communities. When I have to do a 300 celebration, well, if I get to 300, maybe I will. Because I was gonna give away 2 things, one for each 100. So if I get to 300, I'll have to add another thing. But yeah, I feel very lucky. When I first started streaming, um, I had some like not so nice experiences with some folks, and it almost discouraged me from continuing. But then people came, and Iridescent was one of the early the OG. Kind of helped me stay in it. I feel very thankful for for all the nice people and encouraging people and the really helpful people. Yeah, the community is really. Man. Now there's a kitty here who's being very curious. Oh, I would pick you up, but you pay a lot. Eat the polyfill. So I had a question for those with the soldering. In this PCB, there were some like I don't know what they're called, like a socket, whatever. They're like because like they overlap with something like there's a hole and it's not just like a whole round thing. And I just wasn't super sure how much solder to use. Like I got enough to cover the 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 like I mean enough for it to make a connection and stuff, but I just wasn't sure because like you're not like making the same like it's not the like a round tent shape, you know? So I wasn't super sure if I was doing that part right. But I tested it and it worked, so I wasn't sure if there are like best practices for the like awkward shaped holes or if it covers the pin, you're fine. Thanks, trades trade splatter or trade splatter. It could go either way. And also, thank you so much. You had gifted a sub to me for like Danny's stream or somebody. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. User's choice. Guess it'll just depend on my mood. Okay. Here we go. Putting this in. Gosh, this thing is so heavy. Yeah. I really appreciate it. I will say when I was making or when I was putting the switches in on this, I had to take the switches out so many times because I wasn't used to putting the switches in for like the different layouts and stuff. And I definitely I was like, oh, how nice. They gave me all these stabs. And so I like lubed too many. But now I don't have to do those ones. Yes, it's screw not going in. I hope I put enough polyfill. Make a difference. Having trouble lining up the with lots of things that are not obvious the first time you build. Seems like you figured it out though. I mean, a lot of it was from watching everybody's streams and like learning that way. But yeah, I still definitely, yeah, like learning, like watching other people and reading is definitely different from when you do it yourself. I feel like I think that's why I didn't stream my first soldering of this board, because I felt like I wanted to concentrate and make sure I got it right. But I definitely appreciate the chat, especially with the that big brain I about putting the first. Hooray! Nonchalant skeleton. Did you want those retro keycaps, or know that you are eyeing the cherry sand ones? Those keycaps on. Try the retro ones and then try the others. Ooh, I gotta put the feet on too. Let chat decide. Now, the sand might be really nice. Wait, so you want to do both? Or do you want the chat to decide which? My only concern is that I'm just worried that the stabs, about the stabs being sluggish. Can you see the retro ones first? Sure. It's your birthday gift, so it's gonna be. I think the way it looks now, with the switch being the color they are, the sands will look good. I know, cherry sand looks really nice. I was just really sad that when I tried putting it on 65, the 2U stabilizers were really tight. And it seems like it's because of the tolerances of the stabilizers I used. Wait. This is just the. Doesn't have a. Forget what I got. Look it up. But it's from KBD fans. This whole thing is basically from KBD fans, except for the switches. Switches I actually got from Kirball. Kirball keys. In my entrance to this keyboard hobby, I tried to support as many different vendors as I could. These are the Toy PBT die sub keycaps in gray and black. You want your Dwarf Factory Artisan on the escape key? On skeleton? And on later. Yeah. You need it? Okay. I have to go close to the camera. Dwarf Factory! So cute! Gaia's crown? Um, Dwarf Factory? I think that the naturey looking ones have been really pretty. Only thing though is that it's SA profile. I think that this keycap set is chair. There's still like a little bit of hollowness in this corner. I think because I didn't put polyfill there. So I'm gonna put more polyfill. Where I put all the keycaps on. Tape mod will do wonders to a tofu. Glue? I don't have any tape on me, sadly, but this polyfill doesn't work out. I will definitely do the tape mod because it does sound really hollow. 2 layers. Like just painter tape. Painter's tape, right? Yeah, I use painter's tape. Okay. Tape? Don't think I have it. Ooh, I forgot. I lubed the tabs with UF205 G0 and then wires with EZ XHTBDZ. So many letters. And this already feels a lot better than my personal tofu. What do you have on your tofu, Eric? Raya heard fire is a good way of gluing things together. You'd use fire for heat shrinking. You parted with yours and gave it to a friend. Aw, that's nice of you, though. I don't think I could part. All the polyfill stuck to the board. That would be a problem. I think it'll be okay. Well, what did you have on it when you had it? Fall deep into the rabbit hole and you need more than tofu. Had to offload. I've been trying to be. Hey, Edwig, welcome. You were thinking of getting a tofu? Which what size do you prefer? It was hot swap, so I tried a lot of switches on it. Yeah, so my tofu is a hot swap too, and um I'm planning on using it for switch testing because I went a little wild and bought a ton of like have alpacas V2s. I have Aqua Kings with 55-gram springs. These are custom ones. They're like Franken switches. They're the Boba Ergo Silence. The Boba U4s with a Silent Sky stem. And then I bought a bunch of KTT switches that are coming. I got Zaku's. I have the purple pandas. I'm like, what else do I have? But yeah, use over 10 different types of switches on it. That's a lot. Edwig will probably get 65 or 75%. Nice. Do you have other boards, Edwig, or you would it be your first board? My first board was Tofu95. Last switches I had on them were OP blacks. Nice. What are your what are folks in chat's favorite switch types? Switches, linears, tactile. Or just favorite switches in general. I'm curious. Linear, all you need. Just bought ink V2s and spent the last 2 days filming them. Nice. I also have those. Those are for the next gift board, and I'm also spring swapping them. I got some lighter slow springs for it. So I'll probably stream that on a Wednesday. Edwig, it would be the first DIY board. I just have regular assembled. Nice. It's a good first board. I feel like it's a lot of people's first boards. Ooh, Slimy, you got the Freebird. What color? Eric likes linears. Gazzew Boba LT. Nice. Linear gang. Enjoyed Topra and Alps tactiles. Hey, B-boy. I see. So you decided to stream when I went to. I didn't know you were asleep. Didn't know you were asleep. But welcome back. You're awake. You went with the black, the FR plate, 4 plate. Nice. That sounds nice. It looks like a nice board. I just bought like 300 Cherry MX Blacks. Sort of on a kick right now. Nice. About these corners being. Ooh. Also, I had gotten the mystery switches from Novelkeys, and that's the sale that they had recently. I got Ink V2s, another set of them, which I actually am gonna send to B-Boy. Really? People got clickies? Yeah, I got those ones, but they're too heavy for me, and so I was like, oh, it's a given away. Thanks for the lurk, Jiraiya. 100% of the spring swap. Yeah, so I bought the Sprit 63.5 slow springs. The spring swap. Oh my gosh, now I have to realign these again. This is a whole thing. That's right. I think I want to go for clickies for your next board since I never tried them. Box Jade, box navies. I feel like folks in the have strong feelings about clickies. Yeah, it is all preference. I feel like clickies are not as popular. I am curious about the Zeal clicky. I think the one time I'd want to use clicky are if for some reason I decided to get a macro pad. As long as you don't get annoyed at your own typing. That's true. I think the funny thing is like from watching everybody's streams and like YouTube videos or Switch noises and things like that. Like I got like okay, technically my first mechanical keyboard was the pre-built Corsair keyboard. Like it was a full-size one with Cherry MX Reds. And then my second one was my Ducky keyboard, Mecha Mini with Speed Silvers. And yeah, after watching so many videos and stuff like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make my board sound better. So I think on one day I'm gonna try to do the like plugging the stabs with lube from a syringe and like I think it was Switch and Click that said you could lube the switches with like a piece of plastic or something. Try to make it better that way. Because right now that one is my work board. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. IT Dynamic Gaming, how was your stream? How was Destiny? For me, it was browns on a Corsair, then browns on a Ducky board. I still have yet to try browns. See. Hi, Subliminal Me. Subliminal Me. How are you? How's your guys' stream? I feel like I have more raids. Should I do a marbles game right now? Because now at least my gaming friends are on too. You guys want to do a marbles thing? I'm giving away 2 things tonight to celebrate the hitting 200. Finish the keyboard first? Okay, fine. Raid night went well. I'm glad to hear it. Midway, I'm still on my first mechanical keyboard and it has reds. Yeah, I have reds on like my first one, and like they were, smooth and stuff. But now I'm like, oh, I want to fix like the rattling and stuff on the space bar and stuff like that. So, hey, Petness! Thank you so much. It was really nice catching your stream. Was it last night? No, I'm so out of it. Like, my sense of time is really bad. But yeah, to celebrate, I'm doing 2 giveaways, one for each 100. First one is a $30 gift card to whatever gaming platform thing, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox. Second thing, celebrate, giving away Zaku switches since people can't, they're not available right now. I was gonna do it at the end. Hey, Nomad! But then I realized that means it's gonna be late for East Coast. It's already late for East Coast. And some of my OG folks are from the. Okay, let me screw this in and then do a game of marbles. Still peak DGen hours? Okay. I just want to recognize, I know that some people have families and stuff. I want to be respectful of that, especially because some of them have been so supportive of me. I really wouldn't have gotten to the point without them. I want to be respectful. I know y'all are saying that too because you're like, well, fewer people to compete with. All right. More. Something sad about this mat, and I kind of expected it, was I got a white work mat, and in my first day using it, I already gained it. Very sad. What keyboard am I building? It is a Tofu96. You type in exclamation point build, it'll pop up with all the details. Not proud of how much I spent in this hobby 1 year in, but all good, no regrets. Yeah, I mean, I had been a long time lurker, and yeah, I'd been a long time lurker. It was like the cost thing that was very intimidating for me. And then one day I was just like, I can buy a couple switches. It's fine. then then it just kept going from there. Mm-mm-mm. And getting these screws aligned is the whole thing. Okay. 2 more screws and then we'll do marbles. And it'll be for the gift card. Okay. Great. Progress. Okay. Now to figure out the marbles part of it. E. Mode. I just realized those are the black housing U4Ts. So it's got black tops and white bottoms because they the like white tops were not available. Like they were out of stock, and because these ones are spring swapped, I just picked them to have different colors because these are the hand lubed ones from Kirball keys, and yeah, this was before I was like, hey, I'll do the lubing of the switches by myself. Like it'll be fine. So at least now I know what it should feel like. Although I feel like I've watched other people. Like I remember Rocklina on her stream, she had gotten hand lube switches from somewhere, and they sounded so gross. And now I know what to not avoid and not look for. Those ones. It sounded so bad. But it sounded like they reached out to her. So, I think that they're okay now. Oh, they're a reputable lubing service? Yeah, that's really weird. Then, they admitted they had a bad batch. I mean, hopefully they can track, who did it or something, because those were so bad. Those should not have been allowed to be given out. Okay. Okay, marbles. And this is for a gift card for gaming, like a $30 gift card for the Steam or PlayStation or Xbox, whatever gaming thing. Feel free to type exclamation point to vote and the number to pick a map. Although Please don't pick 1 or 15. Because those are the 3-hour ones, right? Or is it only 3 minutes? Dark glowing canyons. Yeah, I chalked that up to just a bad batch randomly. It was just so bad. They were so squishy sounding. But yeah, I am glad they fixed it. 45? They were rushing and didn't check. Yeah, I wonder how those surfaces are, like, are people hand lubing? Folks, another too many orders holiday time. That's true. That's true. That's fair. So far there are what 1, 2, 3, 4 votes, and they're all even right now. It's 5, 6, 10, 5, 6, 10, 21, and 45. Eight, 5. Goals map. $45. Oh. Vote 11. Okay, vote in the poll right now because there's too many. There's too many 1 votes. There's 2 minutes to vote in the I feel like everyone just vote for their own. Oh, 5 and 45 are neck and neck. 2 votes each. Oh, 45. It's really neck and neck. Oh no, 5 is taking the lead. Who will prevail? 45 or 5? Hey, Jiraiya, welcome back. Is everyone just trying to split the vote? Yeah, we're doing marbles. This is for a $30 gift card to the gaming platform, I guess, of your choice. This is to celebrate hitting 200 followers. Vote in the chat. There's still a couple seconds left. We're going with the chat voting. Right now, 5 is in the lead with 5 votes, and 45 is with 4 votes. So don't do the voting in the marbles thing. Gotta do it in the chat. You want to spend points to like boost it or something? There's that option too, I think. Gosh, it's even. Oh, and someone voted for number 10. Oh gosh, okay. Wow, 400 channel points. 5 takes it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hydration reminder. Okay, we're gonna do 5. The amazing delicate area is thanks to the posture check. This is. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to expose you. Hey, Fried Rye, thank you so much for the. I thought for some reason that showed everyone that you donated. So sorry, I didn't mean to out you. Thank you for the raid, Fried Rye. We're playing map number 5. Banterly Ladies Amazing Delicate Area. Type exclamation point play in the chat to join. I will put this as second for the countdown. And this is for a $30 gift card to the gaming platform of your choice. This is marbles! This is marbles for a giveaway. So just type in exclamation point play to join this giveaway if you want. And then the way it'll go is whoever gets first place, you'll have an opportunity to claim. If you don't want the $30 gift card, then you can pass and it'll go to the next person and they can choose to claim or pass. And then it'll keep going from there. And even if you get in last place, there is an opportunity for you to get stuff. Get it if everybody ahead of you passes. There was definitely a marbles giveaway that I was in Tiny Makes Things Tiniest channel, and I was last place, and people were so nice they passed so that I could win something. It was so nice. I'm gonna have to remember how to. Yeah, it was a very wholesome chat, and I just so thankful for this nice community, and I want to give back. So, go. Oh gosh, down into this thing. Go through. Oh, some people are getting pushed back. Kevin is in the lead. Oh, Ayumi. Oh, everybody is getting stuck on these. It can be anybody's game at this point. I can't even see what's going on in the tube. Some stuff is moving around. Well, these three are so close to each other. Are they gonna get stuck in thing? Man, how does this even work? I have to get shot out of this thing at the bottom and not land in those electricity things? Eric! I think Eric is the winner. And then Kevin, and then... Oh shoot, my camera is covering the thing. Leaderboard. My bad. Do. Rip. Did someone die? Finish? Oh, some people are stuck. You can do it. You can make it. Oh gosh, the wall of fire is coming. The wall of fire is coming. Hey Melody, you need to make it. Oh god. Look at it. The wall of fire. You guys can do it. Get out of the spinning ball. Oh gosh, that wall of fire is getting very close. Oh gosh. Melody, you need to get out of the thing. You're so close. Oh, Melody made it at the end. Before the wall of fire got there. So these are uh the was it leaderboard or whatever. So Eric, do you claim the $30 gift card to gaming platform? Awesome. I will message you. Make a note. Congrats. Man, a note of this. That's your first win? Nice. Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah, how does it feel? Tell the rest of the chat how it feels. Okay. Back to putting keycaps on. Finishing this board, this birthday board. Okay, putting in that extra polyfill helped with some of that hollowness. Woo! I love marbles. I'm like weirdly obsessed. Anytime anybody is playing it, I don't like. It doesn't even matter the prize. I'm just like, can I just want to play? I'm just here for the marbles. And also, hey Melody, I am very glad that you did not get killed by that big giant flaming wall. That was real scary for a second. I think because like this is a longer word, I actually am surprised that even with the brass plate, there's a little bit of flex with it because in my 65, it does not flex at all. Flame wall low key made the most. Yeah, it definitely makes it way crazier. Usually the wall is undefeated, but today the wall whiffed it. Not today, wall. Not today. Uh, safe to assume that haven't made 96% keyboard. My first 96. The second one, also a 96. Then from there, who knows? Who knows? Anyone is wondering, these are PBT gray. Was it black on gray? Caps. They're actually the PBT ones, not the not not the ABS one. And I think it looks okay. No, like, I don't see any like bleeding or anything. Eric, I'm actually using a full-size keyboard right now. Haven't used a full size in ages. Trying a Topper board. How are you liking so far? I know some people said that Topper is the best, and then there's some people who say it's like mushy. I think I haven't tried it, but I am curious. I think the sand is gonna be better. Oh yeah. Stretch. I'm gonna do it in this. It allows me to. But thank you for the stretch reminder. Okay. Well, okay. Nonchalant Skeleton, this is your board. This is your birthday board. So, I think the only thing is, my only concern is maybe just trying the 2U. Well, I had bought that. I had actually bought that keycap set for myself, but it is your birthday board, so okay, like a desert with a little succulent. All right. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna put the 2U stabilizer keycaps in there, and if they get sluggish or if they get sluggish and don't return and stuff, then it's not going to work on your board. So just be aware. In the meantime, if you made your bed, you can lay in it. I mean, I like this gray on grape set. But I definitely did buy this other set from myself. Say hello to Novelkeys Sand. Nope, it's happening. This is a birthday board. Birthday board. And I mean, who knows? Ooh, we could do a predictions thing. I don't know how to do the predictions thing. But the prediction, people can use their channel points, like gamble their channel points or something. I think. Let me figure this out. It's not his birthday today, but it is coming up very soon. Let's see. AKA Monday. Alright, let me figure out how to do the prediction. Bitch prediction. Prediction. Huh. Stupid. Pop this chat back in. Oh, is it not gonna let me? Yeah, happy early birthday to Nonchalant Skeleton. Prediction. Okay. Prediction. Will cherry and do you stabilize keycap get stuck / sluggish? Yes and no, and I'll give folks a minute. Okay. Thanks so much for hanging out, Eric, and congratulations on the win. I'll message you after this is done, and we'll chat. And thank you so much for joining, and congratulations on the win. Thanks, hey Melody. Okay, I did the prediction thing. Hopefully, it works. So, the cherry sand keycap set on my Tofu95, the 2U stabilizers were sluggish on that one. So the gambling right now is, will they be sluggish on this board? And hopefully not. Hopefully not. Everyone is saying no, it's not gonna get. 98% of people are saying no. There's a 2% saying yes. Oh, the mission's closed? Okay. Time to put these on. How was the workout in VR, Multimoo? For those who haven't seen this, they look a little more washed out just because of all the lights in here, but they're a nice tan color, which would indeed go well with this Gaia's crown keycap, artisan keycap from Dwarf Factory. Okay. They are not. They actually, or okay, this backspace works. Let's try the enter. Because if any of them are sluggish, then it's really not going to work to use them. Oh, this one works too! Sounds a little hollow, but I can fix that, at least. Oh gosh, is this gonna be birthday board? This one spacebar works. This shift works. It's working. There's 2 more. I have to say goodbye to this set. but it's fine. Goodbye, goodbye, beautiful keycaps with beautiful colors. Oh, this one's working. One more. Having so much trouble getting keycaps out of this thing. And last one is in. So all of them do work. Badge for me, but happy birthday, nonchalant skeleton. It's a birthday miracle. Hooray! Those who voted no got bonus stuff. Hooray! Okay. I will take off the other. Real, those are yours. You have dibs. Keep them if you want them. It's fine. I also ordered more keycaps. So I have more keycaps coming. They're just not here yet. And I got these because I thought the colors were really pretty. And it was really nice that they're in stock. Because I was using some cheaper MA. It was a white on black keycap. Here, let me just show my board. So this is my first keyboard. The first one that I built, and yeah, I had the like cheaper MA profile keycaps on them, and I wanted something kind of nicer, and these were in stock on Novelkeys. And I know that everybody went for the cherry taro, and then also cherry stone. Felt like not many people went for the sand one. I think like some of their photos like made it look more orange than it really is. And I don't know. I thought it was really nice, and that's why I got it. So. And I'm really happy with the color. And now, nonchalant skeleton for his birthday will be very happy with them. Putting new keycaps on switches is they're kind of hard to get off. So, nonchalant skeleton, what color accents do you want on your using the cherry sand keycap set? So there's terracotta, like a terracotta clay color, a pale green, and a light blue. Black away, which keys have accents? So it would be like the enter key, the space bar, and the shift, I think. They do look super orange on the website. Yeah, they look really orange. But in real life, they're really like this nice, like, kind of reminds me of like flan or like dulce de leche, kind of like warm, it's like warm tan color. It's actually really pretty. I will say though, the green and the blue for the accent colors look very similar. Can you do the entire bottom row as the cool color accent? The accent keys, if someone could, you can tell IRL the difference, but I wish they were a bit more different. Yeah, they're very similar, but like look on Novelkeys website and then look at those colors. Still not sure what board it would work best on overall. I mean, so far it looks kind of nice with this black. I think with a white board it would also look nice. I like Nonchalant Skeleton's like idea about it being like more nature deserty because right now we have the Dwarf Factory Gaia's Crown in I think like verdant something. I forget. But we have that as artisan on the escape key right now. We're going for desert vibes. Third vibe. I'm just glad that yeah, keycaps are really working though, because I was kind of bummed out that it didn't work on mine, but now I know. Different stabilizers, different tolerances, so not all keycap sets work on stuff. Are cherry clip-ins. So it works with the cherry clip-ins, but these super old GMK ones, I guess, it doesn't work. On Wednesday, I'm going to be swapping out those stabilizers on that board for Duroc V2 ones. Because I don't want to about that. Future keycap sets. Okay. Just glad these are capable of being loved. Is that weird to say? Yes, I'm glad that it's going to a good home. I'm so terrible with like idioms or like sayings and stuff. I always get them like really wrong. Really horribly wrong. I think I am gonna eventually have to tape mod this board because even with the polyfill, it still has a little bit of hollowness on like the edges. This is so pretty. When I'm done, I'll adjust the lighting on my camera to you can see maybe like a little bit more of an accurate color, accurate colorway. Oh, it still sounds so hollow. Cape mod, please save us. Y'all put more polyfill. So much polyfill that this is just gonna be a stuffed animal keyboard. I don't even know a teddy board. I don't even know if I should do. I mean, I'll do the stuff on it. Sort of. You guys can hear. Yeah. Hollowness. I mean, I think a big part of it is because it's just so much space under there. For my Tofu95, it definitely doesn't have much like hollowness. I'm not looking forward to taking these keycaps off and putting them back on again, but I will do it to make it sound better. Just don't have any painter's tape on me, at least. I wanted to get foam for this, but they don't make. I don't think they made. I don't think KBD fans makes case foam for this. Oh, shoot, I hope there's a small. So many trays. An alt super. Trying to tune the spacebar stab for the past hour, and I think I'm going crazy now. So sleep it is. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Sorry that you're having issues with the spacebar stab. What was going on with it? Is it was it? Did you? I'm sure you like. Was it wire balance? Anything else? Maybe it's the keycap. Is the keycap bent? Could be the wire. Yeah, I before I did the stabs for this one, I made sure to wire balance because on my personal board when I did it, I didn't do it and there was a slight rattle. Wow, that's crazy. Is it possible that it could be the keycap? Because I feel like the rattle was like worse with one type of keycap set for me, and it sounded a lot better when I did a different keycap set too. But I mean, yeah, tuning stabs is a whole thing. A whole thing. I'm happy how these ones turned out. But yeah, this board is kind of hollow, so I actually don't know. I just tried another and it's about the same. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you are able to figure it out. That's why it takes so long to do stabs sometimes, Sag. Yeah. Yeah, you were saying in your stream earlier that someone took like 5 hours to tune their stabs. I don't know what this top row is. Bro? The one time I rushed this. Oh no! Can't rush the stabs. Can't do it. Nonchalant Skeleton, could you let me know what these top buttons are supposed to be? Because I don't know they're supposed to be. You're tired, so you can give yourself a pass. It's been a long day, you know? But I really appreciate you hanging out. Really appreciate it. Up to F13. You'll have to look for it on this layout. The tofu 96 layout. You wanted terracotta. Thank you for the follows. Oh, I missed one. Jin Tan and Christoph. Thank you so much. Terracotta arrow keys and blue first. Oh no, I put the spacebar in. Take the spacebar out. I'm kind of surprised with this brass plate that there's still weird flex in this board. Wax on, wax off. Wait. So up to F12, print screen. Print. Oh no. 8. What be the disconnect connect thingy? Oh, I'm losing my voice when I'm looking away from the mic. That's probably because it's a dynamic mic. Thank you for letting me know. I'm hearing the sound window makes when something disconnects or connects. Oh, I think I know what that is. Have my keyboard plugged in. Thank you for the follow, Edwig. Can't wait to hear about whatever board you make for your first mechanical keyboard. Thanks. All right. You're done. You're done. Done. Nice. Put these. Want to update my overall theme now that I've moved stream elements? Nice. Yeah, the change to stream elements is like whole thing. A while. Taps away. It wasn't just the alerts and stuff. It was like the way that, because in Streamlabs, I felt like it was pretty easy to make the overlays because it was just all in the whole thing, and it was like kind of just like making like a slide or whatever, PowerPoint or something, right? But then in Stream Elements, it's a little different because you can create different layers, if that makes sense. But I feel like the quality that's coming off of Stream Elements has been nicer than Streamlabs for me. Maybe I'm just crazy. Hooray! This is done. Okay. Don't let me drop this. This is the board. It is slightly bluish tinge from the reflecting light from my screen. So if the colors on this side that are like not reflecting the light from my screen are kind of more like what these keycaps look like in real life. And now the terracotta ones at the bottom look kind of saturated. Yeah, look at that Dwarf Factory Artisan. Oh, succulent. It's so pretty. I know people do sound tests, but I feel like this isn't the final version of this board. But I guess I'll do it. I'll do it so that you can know what the hollowness sounds like, I guess. Thank you so much for hanging out while I do this. Let me see. Let's turn off version. I don't know if you can hear this. Hooray! My NVIDIA broadcast gonna crash. Gonna go make some coffee. Thanks for hanging out, Multimoo. But I think it sounds pretty good. There is hollowness on the edges that I would want to fix. Like it sounds pretty, but I'm happy how the friend is doing her 5-year celebration on Twitch. Oh, nice! That's exciting. Congrats! 5 years is a long time. I am pretty happy with how the stabs turned out. Besides, just because the sound of it is not because of the stabs, it's just from the hollowness of this board. But the typing is really smooth. It's got a nice like snapback. You miss your nice keyboards? What happened to them? Oh, this is really nice to type on. And I really like these keycaps. I think I'll probably go in on another Novelkeys keycaps. Okay. So, we have finally reached the end of the stream at 12:30 a.m. I don't know why I keep thinking that these keyboard streams will be fast and short, but here we are. And I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And, you know, thank you so much for, 200 follows. And thank you so much to Patty for like the giant raid and everyone else who graded, like Fred Rye and IT Dynamic Gaming. It was just so nice. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. It was really fun being able to chat with you all and everything. And yeah, I don't know how to express how much I appreciate all of you. But yeah, so finally, finally, as a thank you, the final giveaway is the Zaku's switches. So I've gifted a gaming gift and now a keyboard gift. So we will go to the race menu and let's figure out a marbles. The final marbles of the night. Who's excited? I'm excited. I love marbles. It's just so much fun. Marbles. This is gonna be for Zaku's switches. You can also play just for fun because marbles is life. Marbles is life. But yeah, we gotta pick a. We have one vote for Snappy Rainbow Heights, one vote for Outstanding Star Landing, and that's it. So let's pick between that. 7 or 37. I can do. Is that right? Okay. Poll. Let me do the poll thing. Just in case other people are. Thanks for voting. Polls. Map. Our poll. Oh, 7 is coming in the lead. Oh no, they're tied. 37. Oh, 37 is taking the lead. Oh, now they're 50-50. The drama. $37. Oh gosh, and they're tied again. Outstanding Starland for outstanding stream. Channel Lindsay saying, oh my gosh, it's neck and neck really right now. Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy. Thank you for the hydrate reminder. I lost like 7,000. Wow. That's a lot of channel points. Meet me in the pit. We'll settle this like men. The Marvel's pit. Number 37 it is. Y'all are wild. Outstanding star landing. Here we go. We'll fight till mom gets here to pick us up. These are SFX from Stardew, eh? Yeah, they're Stardew. Whoa, this one's crazy looking. Okay. I'm gonna put this as 2 minutes. Exclamation point to play. These are for Zaku's switches. And the only thing is, it's gonna take a while because they haven't shipped to me yet. But I will, if you're in the US, I will ship them to you for free. If they are international, we'd have to split. We'll split the shipping cost. And yeah, we'll split the shipping costs. Y'all can play for fun. That's just how it's gonna go. Oh yeah, I was supposed to start this countdown, my bad. Gonna do this giveaway with the marbles. Hey, Inamushiki! Thank you for being one of the people who helped me get to 200 followers. Yeah, I'm giving away Zaku's to celebrate my 200 followers. Yeah, Zaku's. I don't have them on hand yet is the thing, but I did purchase them. So this is going to be a while, but they will be in whoever's the winner's name. Wait, did I not start the countdown? Did it not start? Oh. I definitely got them because of your recommendation. It seemed like everybody was like talking about how great they are. And I saw on your stream too, and I was like, okay, I have to grab a bunch. And I bought a lot, but I thought for this this giveaway that because they're out of stock and stuff, that people might like it, and it would be a good. If you win, let Bosa know, and you'll pick them up. Nice. I'll reach out. I guess I don't have any connections there or anything, but you made it just in time for the Zaku's. But yeah, I really do appreciate that. Because yeah, one of your follows definitely helped me get to the 200. Rocklina was number 200 though. Oh, this map is crazy. Hey. Then who's in the lead? Who's gonna get through this weird tunnel thing? Is it gonna be Inamushiki? I think it is. Rank 1. You won. Your favorite. Your favorite. Alright, well, you won. Inamushiki, do you claim your favorite switches? I will ship claim. Alright. I'll ship them to you when, or if you re-roll. You think how do you think I should re-roll? Oh dang, I didn't do the shout out thing, but do it. Thank you, Patty, so much for everything, for rating me earlier. But yeah, congrats, Frank. Oh yeah, definitely order of Zaku's. How many do you have now, anyway? Yeah, Zaku's. Oh, 35 left or like 35 10 packs? So three. Oh. Okay, well, you're gonna get 100 more? We'll have 500. More the merrier. I'll deliver them to Frankfurt. You're in the Bay, right? I'm in the Bay. Frank, you're in Southern California? Ah, LA. Nice. Wait, so really if I tell them to ship you 100 out of my order, would they do that? You're an SF. The city is an SF. Okay, I'll try emailing them and then please hold 100 for Frank. I'm sure they know where to send it. I didn't get a shipment notification yet, so I don't think that they've shipped yet. So I'll definitely reach out and all of that. But congratulations, Frank. Yeah, I think that's it for this stream, and we'll email them tonight just in case, and I'll go pick them up on Thursday. More Sakus. Thank y'all for hanging out, and thank you guys so much for the support. Like, it really means so much to me, and it really blew my mind away for all the raids tonight. Thank you so much, Patty. You were the sweetest, and like, you know, Fried Rye, IT Dynamic Gaming, everybody for just hanging out. And, you know, until the next, the next 100 goal, it would be 300. We'll do something like this again and hang out, and because, you know, I want to give back to you guys for spending so much time and all that with me. Oh, thank you for gifting the sub and back to Numushiki. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are such a great community. And yeah, I mean, with how crazy like everything has been, I had missed getting to know new people, and this has been really great. So I really, really appreciate all the love and support. Aw, thanks for gifting B-Boy a sub. He's gonna get. I have to talk to Starfire Penguin, but I'm not sure if she's the one who's gonna be sending him some Zaku's. The last 10, but I definitely have 10 more for him if he needs it, because he's gonna get some black ink V2s. Aw, thanks for gifting a sub to Kevin. Oh dang, hype train. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Y'all are so nice. Oh my gosh, thank you, Nonchalant Skeleton. This is for your birthday though. That board is for your birthday. Oh, thank you so much for all those. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is, by the way, this is the board we built today. This is my first soldered board. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was. Soldering was not as bad as I thought it would be. You're not a mod here yet. How many streamers channels are you a mod in? I always see you in there and you're always a mod. I don't. Okay. Oh, Patness! Hey, Patness! You went down? Some people unmodded you? Why? Oh, I can do that. Patness! How are you? Thank you for being here. Wait, so why did people unmod you? Did you do something to make them mad? Frank, do you want to be mod or do you want those Zakus? 128? You're mod for 128 streamers? You roast them too much. You need them Zakus? Okay, okay. Frank is the alpha mod. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. I really appreciate it. You guys are so nice. Especially with this is like my first solder board. Even when it was my first board that I was building. This one, which needs some tuning and loving. I'm gonna be working on it on Wednesday. I'm gonna swap out these stabilizers because the ones I have in here are poop. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much! Sinrek with all the bits! Imagine doing a full size for a first solder board. I figured it would be good practice. I was being very careful. I didn't. None of them were over soldered. Oh my god! Thank you for the hype train level 3. I really need to work on. Thank you, Mishiki, for the bits. I need to work on getting more like rewards and stuff. There's like some emote artists and stuff that I was trying to reach out to, but their commissions are closed. So those things are coming. I promise. But yeah, as for the first soldering experience, it was not as bad as I thought. I was really careful. I may have been like a little too conservative with the solder on some places. But I never I didn't overflow it or anything. I think the challenge that I had was I had the window open along with the fan. So I was having trouble. So some of them ended up being a little bit more round. Issa Cakes, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So some of them ended up more rounded rather than that tent shape. But yeah, because I couldn't get the elements to heat up enough or something with the window being open. I think the way to compensate on that is turning the heat up on the soldering iron, maybe. But I put it to 320 because both Patty and I think John were saying 320 was good. But maybe with the window open, I had to go a little higher. But for first thing, all the switches work. It worked out. Thank you so much, Issa Cakes. 320 is on the low side. 320 is low and safe. Yeah, I think I needed to go higher if I'm gonna have, if it's a cold day with the window open. I know some people who do 300. But yeah, there were definitely points when I was worried about holding it there for a little too long. And then the ones that I was worried about were the weird cutouts where it's not actually it's a little C shape the way it's cut out or something. But I mean, it all worked out. And I got little nice domes or tents. Got little nice tents. So for our first soldering job, I didn't even get that much spray explosion or whatever. What is it called? If you're getting it round more than cone, you might want to make sure you're heating up the solder pads more evenly. I got more cone, but like on the bottom, they ended up being on some of them like maybe a little bit more like Hershey's Kisses, right? Where it's like a dome, but then like a little bit round. But I think that makes sense. I think with the window open, it kept everything a lot colder where it was. So even when I was like putting the soldering iron on it and then being too scared of it being on there too long, you know? But my next board is that I'm doing is also a full size board. Another gift board. That one's gonna be a Melody 96, and it's also I'm still waiting for the artisan, the dwarf factory artisan for that one. It was like one of the Lord of the Rings ones with like the river on it. And then I'm gonna be using was it Polycaps Whale for the keycaps on that one. And then the switches are gonna be Gat Black Ink V2s. I'm gonna spring swap them. So look out for that stream when I'm just gonna be lubing switches. Yeah, I thank you guys again so much for the hype train. That was my first like level 3 hype train. But yeah, I'm gonna spring swap them to 63.5 gram slow switches or slow springs. My bad, slow springs. Because the gift is gonna be for actually Nonchalant Skeleton's dad. He's the one who gifted me the soldering iron for Christmas, and so I thought that it would be nice to use that towards making a gift for him. And Papa Skeleton, yeah, and it was just really, yeah, the gift was really nice. And so yeah, I wanted to pay it back, and he says he's a heavy typer, so I thought, oh, 70 grams and stuff. But then I was like kind of worried that it would be too heavy, maybe. So I'm gonna do the spring swap. Skeleton Daddy. Yeah, 70. Yeah. 65 or 68. I was thinking with the slow springs maybe would be okay. Should I change it to? I can no. I mean I can still buy other springs. I just saw a lot of people recommending the 63.5, so 90 grams. I saw people there's like 100 grams, which I don't know. Ooh, I was gonna leave the 70s in the space bar though, or at least like the stabilizer which is I was gonna leave the heavier spring in there just for fun. But yeah, that's what's upcoming, and then a lot of switches. I'm still waiting for it to come in, and then I need to like lube the purple pandas I have. Lots of like random keyboard chore type things. So pandas. Dryad has no idea what click clacker lingo is. I mean, if you have questions, I will do my best to answer. And there's also a lot of pros in the chat, so but yeah, I mean, this was the stream for today, and I really, really appreciate everybody's support. This was so nice. Any recommendations on who to raid? Yes, we raid. Elvin's on? Elvin's on? Really? Okay. Thank you, Petness. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Oh, Elvin is so nice. definitely gonna go raid Alvin. I'm so glad he's actually on at a time that I can join, because I feel like when I look, he's on at like he starts at 4 a.m. here, and I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? But yeah, thank you everybody so much. Oh man, I almost typed on this other keyboard that is plugged in. But thank you so much. I hope to see you all around. Um just a reminder, I started off as a gaming streamer. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays are the gaming ones. Wednesdays I plan to do more keyboard stuff. And then if you like D&D, I am on the channel powerword_fun playing D&D. Keep talking. Let's use that as the raid message. Thanks. Thanks, Frank. Alright. Oh, did it work? Oh, so it's not do it wrong? Okay. It's gonna go. Thank you all so much. You guys are all the best. And I hope to catch you around. Thank you, thank you. Have a great night. Bye, y'all.